So Season 4 Nexus was just released in Fortnite, and now is the perfect time to jump back in. So if you haven't downloaded Fortnite already, which would just be crazy, then go ahead and use my tracking link in the description below to download Fortnite for free. And most importantly, big thank you to Epic Games for actually sponsoring this video. Now, I'd say this is what is needed to just increase your hype even more, but most importantly, just have a blast for hours on end, teaming up with Marvel's greatest heroes and villains, including Thor, Iron Man, She-Hulk, Storm, Doctor Doom, Wolverine, and more. And as all of you know, Iron Man is actually my go-to character, so if you're playing as him, I feel sorry for the enemies. But if you're on the ground and you see Iron Man in the air, then that's probably a good idea to run. Now, not only have the Marvel heroes and villains landed on the island, but so have their iconic locations. And you can take up superpowers like Doctor Doom's Arcane Gauntlets, you got Groot's Bramble Shield, and Silver Surfer's Board, and more arriving later in the season. So, go ahead and jump into Fortnite to create some epic moments. No pun intended. Check out the link in the description below. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today has been a very crazy day because earlier today we got a leak for Captain America in terms of new skins. We also got a new character leak, and then on top of that we got a brand new trailer which was just absolutely crazy. So if you haven't checked out that stuff, there'll be links in the description or on screen right now, so definitely check that out after. But like an hour after that, we got even more information regarding missions and co-op mission types as well, and just a bunch of online information. So just sit back, grab yourself a snack, let's try and crush 9 likes. And hey, if you're new to the video or the channel in general, go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button below, because it's just a really cool thing to do. So diving into the information, we're just gonna get rolling with the awesome stuff. So what it says is that with around 80 plus Warzone and Drop Zone missions available at launch, you've basically got lots of options on what to play in the Avengers game and who to play with. And you can do the following: you can enable matchmaking and jump into the game with other Marvel fans online, of course, or you can just go ahead and invite your friends to play and form your perfect strike team. But if you disable matchmaking to fly solo, which you can do to just then take on war zones with AI companions, essentially kitted with the gears and the skills that you've earned. Okay, so it won't just be like random ones, it'll be all based on the ones that you've earned, alongside like combinations as well. So you can do combinations as a whole actually, like you can play with AIs and you can actually matchmake with someone, so that's some interesting information there. So you literally can combine them. Now, you got 3 different interesting things that I wanted to point out. So you got the Reassemble campaign, and what that essentially is just the original Avengers story that follows Kamala Khan, of course, as she essentially just sets out to reassemble the team. But then you got Avengers Initiative, and what it says for that is the Avengers Initiative is at the heart of our expanding world, where you can jump into online co-op, and here you can continue to hone your team while playing through an interconnected series of stories, missions, and personal hero arcs. And then it says the Avengers Initiative will evolve over time with the free addition of new heroes, villains, regions, and gear for years to come. And it always blows my mind when they say for years to come, because I can only imagine how much content is going to be added. It's going to be absolutely insane, and I cannot wait to get my hands on that. Now, they did dig a little bit deeper as well with co-op mission types, and what it says is, well, first of all, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? So let's go one by one. So we got faction missions, and it says in addition to reassembling the Avengers, players will be able to help rebuild outposts for their allies, and S.H.I.E.L.D. suffered greatly after the disbanding, of course, of the Avengers, and the resistance formed as a direct result of AIM's increasingly authorization activity worldwide. But it says players can take part in missions to provide these factions intel alongside supply and defend them from the AIM attacks, so that's a really cool thing, just faction missions in general. Drop zones, of course, more or less we kind of know by now anyway, at least most most of us, but if you don't, drop zones are basically just short missions with a single objective, such as defending an allies or sabotaging an aim structure, which of course essentially was the beta. And these missions are just great for quick play sessions, and I guess on replaying as well, and just gaining really cool rewards. So that's good, because there's going to be plenty of times where you just want to dive into a game real quick. That's what you want to do. You want to do a drop zone. That would be the quickest thing. Then what we have next is shield vaults, and it says vaults are large explorable spaces that take some legwork to uncover. To access a vault, you first have to locate the coordinates from hidden shield caches around the world, and once you've found the entrance, you must fly your way inside and breach the vault before you reap the rewards. Then we got harm rooms. We already know what the harm rooms are. It's basically a holographic training room, okay, but I mean, I would definitely recommend for any new character that we get, straight away just go into the harm room, because for me personally, I felt like at first the combat was a bit iffy, especially with Iron Man, and then I went into the harm room and just found out a bunch of cool things I could do with Iron Man, and just kind of, it was training for myself with Iron Man, just getting the gist of the combat, and I was able to pull off some really cool things, which I know a lot of other people were able to do as well, and it literally just changes your mind as well on certain characters, because of course when you're playing the missions, you kind of don't want to die, so you have no choice but to only succeed, whereas in harm rooms, it's literally just experimenting that. Now, second to last, we got hives, and what hives are aim strongholds that are located through the world, and as the Avenger, you must uncover their location and fight their way through and gauntlet of increasingly challenging aim defenses in order to disable them. So hives is really cool. And then lastly, what we have is villain sectors. So villain sector missions basically accumulate with a boss fight, such as a notable Marvel villains working in tandem with AIM or one of the organization's extra deadly constructs. So that's going to be really cool as well. So I'd say my favorite out of that list, I mean, faction missions definitely is a really cool thing for me personally. Drop zones I'm definitely going to go for 100%. Harm rooms I'm not really going to count, because I would just consistently be doing that. But hives as well. Hives are really interesting, along with villain sectors. Boss fights is where it's at. That's where you really, I guess, get tested, right, with your capability. Your heroes get tested, and just all in all your gameplay, alright, so that's going to be really cool. Now, matchmaking, of course, we'll just prioritize matches between players close to each other, well, close to each other in power level, should I say, alright, so it's not just literally close to each other, it's close to each other's power level. And then you've got three options when it comes to matchmaking. So you can either select a war zone, so you'll basically do that from the war table to matchmake to that specific mission, or you could do a quick match, and that's basically like you've got a selected hero, and then you just click that option if you want to stay and level up the hero you currently have in any available war zone. And then we got quick match, so it says selected hero, and it says select this option if you want to stay and level up the hero you currently are in any available war zone. Then it says any hero, it says select this option if you're open to playing any Avenger in your roster for available war zone. And then it says if one player in a strike team has matchmaking enabled, the game will actually continue to try and just match them with other players, and matchmaking will end once all upon strike team slots are full. And if a player presses the launch mission button, or a player backs out, I guess when it's pretty much in the ready up phase, for example, they'll basically just select a different mission on the war table. And once a mission is launched as well, if there are empty slots in a strike team and any player has selected, like for example an AI companion for the empty slots, they just get filled with the requested companion heroes. And if there are more selected companions than available slots, a random character is selected from that list. And if multiple players are selected, then the same hero, the AI companion again with the highest power, instead is selected. So some interesting stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link all of that stuff in the description below as well, but it's pretty much, I guess, on track, right, to being something absolutely incredible here. And alongside with, when it comes down to the funniest thing of all, but I don't know if when you were playing the beta, but you do actually get people just coming with their mics as well. You can mute the players, so that's going to be a good thing to do. All you basically do is just hover over their nameplate and they'll have that option. Now crossplay, it does say that Marvel's Avengers doesn't support crossplay at this time, so you never know, maybe when it comes down to next gen, which, well actually no, it's already been confirmed, I'm pretty sure that when you're on a PlayStation 5 you can pretty much crossplay with PlayStation 4 users, etc. But again, we're going to get so much more information on that. But what do you guys think on that? Let me know in the comment section below. Like I said earlier, we had the new trailer as well, we had the leaks as well, so some really cool things going on. But guys, let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Subscribe for more awesome content if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.